Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, All About Ash. Before we jump into today's video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. But if you can't tell, today we are going to be installing and styling this thin part unit from Innovative Weaves. So thank you to Innovative Weaves for partnering with me on another video. So this is the KYM unit. This is a thin part unit. The difference between a thin part unit and a U part unit is how much leave out you have to have out. But also the good thing with the thin part unit is that you don't have to have any leave out at all if you don't want to. I personally like a little bit, so today when I was installing and styling, I left a little bit out. So if you guys want to see how I was able to install and style the unit as well as my leave out to blend in with the unit, then just keep on watching. Okay, so this is how we're starting out. Right now my hair is just kind of like in a bun. A couple days ago I washed my hair and let it air dry, and this is just kind of the state it's in. So I have like hair from about here forward, I have all my hair out, and then at the very back it's braided because I had like a half up half down style. So this is just how we're starting. But today we are going to be styling and installing this KYM unit from Innovative Weaves. I know it may look a little bit crazy right now. That's because I have worn it before. I actually really do like it. So unfortunately I won't be able to show you guys what it looks like straight out the packaging, but maybe I can show you guys a little bit, maybe towards the middle where the curls are more defined, if you guys can kind of see that. So yeah, we're gonna get this unit together and I'm gonna show you guys how easy and simple it is to install a thin part wig. So with Innovative Weaves thin part wigs, you can wear them with leave out or without leave out. I personally like to do a little bit of leave out. That's just what I'm comfortable with. But one thing I really like about the thin part units is that the amount of leave out I'm wearing with a thin part wig versus like a U part wig is a lot less. And I just feel like it makes it easier with installing and actually blending your leave out with the unit. Of course, if you have less leave out, there's less to blend in with the actual unit. So we're just gonna get started with the installing and styling process, and we're just gonna hop right into it. So I do want to note that it does come with this drawstring bag. Again, I really like these branded drawstring bags because when I put my unit back in here, first it's a place for me to store my unit, but also I know where the unit is from and what I'm wearing. So it's always good to have these to store your units with. So I have filmed this video. I'm actually refilming it right now because I just didn't like how it came out before. So yeah, that's that. But like I said earlier, I kind of have like this half up half down situation going. At the very back of my head I have a little bit of braids, and at the top we have all of my hair out. It really doesn't matter. I just want to show you guys when it comes to how I'm going to tuck my hair underneath the unit. So first things first, I'm going to decide where I want my parts. So you guys know I'm not doing middle parts, so I think I'm going to do a part on my left side right here, and I'm just going to clean it up and get it nice and straight. Okay, so I decided where I want my part. It's good enough, straight enough. So now I'm just going to section out the leave out on each side of the part. And like I said earlier, with the thin part unit, you just need a lot less leave out than you would with the traditional U part. So I'm literally just going to get a very small amount of leave out. Okay, so this is the amount of leave out I'm going to have on the left side of my part. As you guys can see, it's not a lot at all. If I was doing a U part, I would definitely want a bit more leave out than what I have right now. So I'm just going to twist it up out the way so we can section out the other part. And this is how much leave out I'm going to have on the right side of my part. And again, I'm just going to twist that up and out the way. So now we're going to get the rest of my hair together so it can lay flat underneath the unit. First things first, I'm going to tackle these braids that I have in the back of my head. I'm just going to bobby pin them up and make them really flat. And then with the rest of my hair that I have out, I'm just going to kind of gather it and make a low twist. Just twist my hair all the way down, and I'm going to take that twist to the opposite side of my head and just bobby pin it down flat. And then I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so now that we have a flat base, we're ready to actually install the unit. You can really do your base however you want to, whether that's gathering your hair all down into a low ponytail and then just bobby pinning it up, putting on a wig cap, whatever you want. However you want to get your hair flat, just do that. So I just decided to do this, so now I can actually install the unit. So first I just like to start with the back clip, and I clip that at the back of my leave out. Then I bring the unit over the side, and I'm going to clip down the sides right where my leave out's at. So I've clipped down one side of the thin part unit, and really quickly before I clip down the other side, for those of you who may not want to wear this unit with any leave out, I want to show you guys what it would look like if you chose to go that route. So this is pretty much what it would look like. As you guys can see, for instance, if the wind was to blow and my leave out was to go on the other side, if the thin part was exposed, you wouldn't see any tracks or any lace like that. It just kind of looks like the thin part is really close to your scalp. And if you were to tease the roots of the thin part, it would just look even more natural, but it looks pretty good. And that's another reason why I really do like the thin part, is because you just don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry about hiding a track or making sure there's no lace. Of course there's no lace, but you really don't have to worry about hiding a track, or if the wind blows, is it gonna look crazy? And I actually really do like that. I have worn this one. I've worn my other Yaki thin part, and I just don't have to worry about that. And it just makes installing and styling your hair a whole lot easier in my opinion. So yeah, those of you who don't want to wear any leave out with this unit, you definitely don't have to. I personally just like to because that's what I'm comfortable with. But again, if you do want to wear this unit without any leave out, I would just recommend teasing the roots of the actual unit just to make it look more natural and to make it look like it's really growing from your scalp. But I already haven't teased it and I think it looks pretty nice, so that just lets me know if I one day did decide to wear without any leave out, I wouldn't have to do a whole lot to get a really natural look. But now I'm just going to flip my leave out over and we're going to clip the other side of the thin part. So I'm just going to bring it around and I'm just going to clip it on the side of my leave out. And then I'm going to make sure I bring it down in the back, make sure I get it over all of my hair, and just tuck everything in on the side. Okay, so now I feel like you can kind of start getting an idea of how the unit's going to look. Since I wasn't able to show you guys what it looked like fresh out the package, I'm actually going to spray the hair a little bit with some water so we can kind of define the curls, just so you can get a better idea of what the hair looks like more in its natural state. This is kind of brushed out a little bit. I've had it sitting to the side because I have worn this. I really do like it. But I want to show you guys a little bit more of the actual curl pattern. So I'm just going to spritz the hair. I don't want to get it soaking, but I do want to show you guys a little bit more what it would look like. Just going to run my hands through it. You guys can see it's starting to define already. The curls are really, really pretty. I like the curl pattern and the hair is really soft. Overall, the quality of these Innovative Weaves units are just really nice. But yeah, so I didn't spray it too much. You guys can see what that's looking like. So a really pretty pattern and texture. I am going to spritz the hair all around a little bit just so we can kind of clean it up and start styling. Okay, so these are what the curls are looking like after I loosely sprayed it with some water. Now we're gonna actually start styling it just a little bit before we actually get to blending my leave out. So I want the hair to look nice and moisturized, so I am going to add a little bit of moisturizer to it. Not a whole lot. I don't like to add a whole lot of products to these units because I really don't think that it needs a whole lot, but I just want to moisturize it a little bit. So I'm going in with this Originals by Africa's Best Olive and Aloe Anti-Breakage Growth Lotion, and I'm just gonna apply that all over the unit. Again, I'm not using a lot, just a little bit. And I can say that this hair is very, very soft. It does feel really good. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Originals by Africa's Best Olive and Aloe Soft Shine Flex Hold. This is pretty much just like a mousse. I'm gonna use it to kind of define the curls and just hold them in place. Okay, so now while the hair is drying, we're gonna work on actually blending my leave out with this texture. Obviously I am relaxed, so we're gonna have to make this kind of straight hair blend in with these curls. So I'm just gonna untwist my leave out, get it on either side that it needs to go on. So how I like to make my straight relaxed hair blend in with this nice curl pattern is I like to use a couple of these really small tiny flexi rods, and I just kind of wrap my hair around, use a little bit of that flex hold, and I just kind of let it sit and hold and dry. Then I take them out, I kind of stretch out my hair, and I just kind of twirl it and twist it in with the actual unit, and it just blends really nicely. So I'm going to show you guys how I do that now. So first I kind of distribute my leave out all over the unit, kind of where I want it to go, so on both sides and in the back. This is pretty much the left side right here, all of this. I'm going to split this in two, so this is going to be two sections. This is going to be two of those small flexi rods, just like that. And I'm going to make sure that I moisturize my hair a little bit before we actually get it in the flexi rod. So same thing I kind of did to the unit, just apply that all over, and I'm going to seal it with a little bit of oil just so it looks nice and moisturized. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of that mousse and apply it all over that strand. Then I'm just going to take the flexi rod, I start at the bottom, twist my hair around a couple of times till I get to the end, and then I start wrapping up. I'm not going to wrap too tightly together or too close together because I don't want the curl to be super tight. I kind of want to mimic the curl pattern of the unit, so I'm going to wrap it a little looser than what I normally would. So just work my way up the rod. So once I get to the top, I'm just going to bend the rod over like that and do the same thing on the bottom. So I'm just going to do that all around my head wherever I have leave out, and then we'll come back once that's done. So I finished installing all 5 flexi rods. Now I'm just going to wait for it to fully dry. You really want to make sure that your hair on the flexi rods is dry before you take them out, so it really holds that curl. So I'm just going to wait for it to dry, and then we'll be back to take it out and see the whole finished look. Okay, so it's been some time. Now we can take out these flexi rods, so I'm just going to do that right now. Just untwist them. This is what the first one is looking like. Pretty good little curl. Okay, so this is what the little curls are looking like after taking them right out the flexi rods. Now I'm just going to kind of expand them, pull them apart, and just really blend it in with the curls of the unit. Just going to put a little bit of oil on my fingers so it's better when I'm pulling it apart. So sometimes also what I do to just help it really blend in is I take my actual leave out and I take a small piece of the unit, something like this, and I just kind of twist them in together very loosely and just make sure I curl them together at the bottom like this. And it just kind of blends in a little bit better. Okay, so I did my edges a little bit, and this is pretty much the final look. One thing I really like about these thin-part units is because I personally don't have to use a lot of leave out. It just makes it so much easier with installing and styling. I feel like it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty natural too. And like I said, it was really easy to blend my leave out with the actual curl pattern of the hair with these little flexi rods. Usually I would like to do these at night, so I would just have the unit off. I would just put my actual leave out in these flexi rods, sleep with them overnight, then in the morning pop on the unit, take my flexi rods out, and then just kind of, as I showed you guys, blend and curl my hair into the actual unit, and just like that you're done. But I want to do it on camera today so you guys could see how I actually like to blend it. You could actually use like a curling wand and actually curl your hair, something like that. I personally like the heat-free option, but yeah, I feel like it came out really good. What do you guys think? I think it's really cute. And like I said earlier, you can wear this thin-part unit without any leave out. I personally just like a little bit of leave out. That's what I'm comfortable with. As you guys can see, even with some of my leave out, I left some of these like really little curly bits in the front right here. I just feel like they're kind of cute, so I don't know, I just leave them out. I think that they're cute and they add a little bit of personality to the unit. So I personally like to have a little bit of leave out, but like I said earlier, you definitely don't have to have any because the unit lays so flat and close to your actual part. All you will have to do is kind of tease the unit at the roots and just make sure that your part is nice and neat, and it's going to look pretty good and pretty natural. But yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it of my review and install and styling of the KYM unit from Innovative Weaves. This is my second time wearing it, and it's just so easy to put on. And like I said, I would usually do the flexi rods at night, and I just think it looks really cute and natural. If you guys like this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Comment down below what you think about the whole thin part unit, the install, and the overall look. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.